Cold air, warm hands, that's how it always starts. The night hits different when December's in your arms. The street feels quieter, even with cars passing by, like winter tells the city to lower its voice tonight. Cold air, warm hands, your fingers brushing mine. I pretend it's accidental, but I don't pull back this time. My breath turns white between us, but my chest feels warm. Funny how the cold outside makes closeness feel more honest than before. Cold air, warm hands, I feel it when you stay. Not rushing into silence, not walking me away. Slow steps, the lights come on earlier now, like the sky gives up fast. But I don't mind the darkness, it makes moments last. We walk without a reason, just letting time stretch thin. Every step sounds louder on streets dressed in winter skin. Cold air, warm hands, your coat brush in my sleeve. I don't say what I'm thinking, I let my body breathe. You laugh and it fogs the air, soft and barely there. I like how winter keeps every small sound fair. Cold air, warm hands, the city feels far, like nothing else exists outside where we are. Breathing, I notice how my shoulders drop when you stand close, like my body finally remembers what it's supposed to know. The night smells like cold metal and something sweet, maybe coffee, maybe it's hard to repeat. Cold air, warm hands, I stop feeling rushed when it doesn't ask questions, it just slows us enough. You say my name quietly like it might break the air. I answer with a smile because words feel too bare. Cold air, warm hands, I like this pace when nothing's decided but everything's in place. December, we stop under a streetlight, yellow and kind. Snow hasn't fallen, but it's already in my mind. Your hand finds mine again, this time it stays. No explanation, no delay. Cold air, warm hands, I feel the currents now. The night bite in my cheeks, your touch calming it down. I don't think about tomorrow, I don't rewind. Winter teaches patience without trying. Cold air, warm hands, and a quiet street. This feels like a memory before it's complete. Stillness, the world feels wrapped in cotton. Sounds muted and slow, like winter put everything in lowercase mode. I don't mind the cold anymore, not with you this near. The season feels less lonely, standing right here. Cold air, warm hands, I don't need more. This already feels fake, but when it warm is gone. Stillness, the world feels wrapped in cotton. Sounds muted and slow, like carry something warm under my skin. Cold air, warm hands, I repeat it inside, like a quiet promise I don't need to define. Cold air, warm hands, I don't need more. This already feels like what winter is for. We don't kiss, we don't rush, we let the moment sit between us. Cold air, warm hands, and the night moves on, but this warmth lingers even when it's gone. When we finally part ways, the cold rushes in, but I carry something warm under my skin. cold air, warm hands, I repeat it inside like a quiet promise I don't need to define. It's already dark. Streetlights come on early, like the day gave up. The sky turns quite blue before I'm ready enough. Afternoons feel shorter now, even when I don't rush. Winter steals the sunlight, but gives the night to us. Streetlights come on early, yellow spilling on the road. Every shadow stretches long, like it's moving slow. I pull my coat a little tight, feel the cold settle in. But something about this hour feels easier to breathe in. Streetlights come on early and I don't mind. This part of the day feels kind. Walking, walking. The shops are closing softly, doors clicking one by one. People tuck their hands away, like the race is done. My phone lights up my pocket, but I don't check the screen. I like being unreachable in this in between. Streetlights come on early and the street feels wide, like it's making space for what's inside. I pass familiar corners, but they look brand new. Winter changes angles, even on things I knew. Streetlights come on early and my pace slows down. I don't fight the quiet, I let it surround. Breathe in, breathing in. Cars pass with their headlights on, white lines cutting it. The sound feels distant, like it doesn't care. I think about the warmth waiting somewhere I'll be soon. A room, a drink, a memory, maybe you. Streetlights come on early and the cold feels fair. It doesn't rush me, it's just there. I breathe out, watch the fog appear, like my thoughts finally show themselves here. Streetlights come on early and I feel okay. Not happy, not sad, just staying. Almost night, the city feels smaller now, wrapped in amber light. Winter doesn't shout, it whispers night. Streetlights come on early and I walk on stop moving fast when it has a quiet way of catching you at last. Breath turning white, I watch it fade, just like moments do when you don't make them stay. I keep my hands in my pockets, feel the fabric worn. This season always finds me a little more open than before. Breath turning white, and the night feels close. Not pressing in, just composing. Still walking. The sound of my steps gets sharper on the frozen ground. Every little movement feels louder now. I pass people wrapped in layers, faces turned down low. When it teaches privacy without anyone being told. Breath turning white, I slow my pace, like the cold is asking for a different space. I think about the words I almost said. They hang in the air, then disappear instead. Breath turning white, just like that. Some feelings only exist while you're breathing them back. Breathing in, the air tastes thin and honest, no summer weight. I feel lighter somehow, even when I hesitate. I breathe in deeper, let the cold touch my chest. It reminds me I'm here, not ahead, not behind, just this. Breath turning white, I feel my heart not racing, just marking where I am. The city lights shimmer softly against the dark. Winter makes everything feel like a star. Brave turning white and I don't rush. This season rewards those who move hush. December night, I stop under an overpass, listen to the sound, the city echoing like it's settling down. I watch my breath rise again, cloud then gone. I wonder how many moments disappear this calm. Breath turning white, I don't chase it, I let it vanish like it was meant to. Some warmth lives in memory, some stays in touch. Winter teaches balance without saying much. Breath turning, breath turn white, and the chest do you still like when we agree to somewhere. I start walking again, hands colder now, but something warm stays, I don't know how. Breath turning white, I carry it with me, a quiet sign that winter sees me. Yeah. Breath turning. Breath turning white, I smile to myself. The season always shows me parts I don't shelve. I don't feel lonely, I don't feel lost. I feel present at a different cost. Breath turning white and the streets stay still, like the world agreed to slow its will. After I start walking again, hands colder now, but something warm stays, I don't know how. Breath turning white, I carry it with me, a quiet sign that winter sees me. Yeah. car still smells like you, even though you're gone. The fabric holds the night like it doesn't know how to move on. Wrap it around my neck, not because I'm cold, but because this round feels carefully old. His scarf still smells like you, coffee, winter air, something familiar that shouldn't still be there. Close my eyes for a second, let the memory breathe. Funny how sin can make time retreat. This car still smells like you, and I don't wish to forget. Some things fade naturally if you don't fight them yet. Quiet room, the heater hums softly like it's trying its best, but it's not the same as the warmth I felt in your chest. I sit down by the window, watch the city slow. Mentor always teaches what you already know. Your scarf still smells like you, I leave it on the chair, like I'm expecting you to come back for it somewhere. I don't text, I don't call, I let the night handle it all. Your scar still smells like you, and the room feels wide, not empty, just quiet inside. December thoughts. I think about the last time you tied it around your neck. Your hands were cold, but your smile wasn't yet. You laughed about the weather, said you'd be fine. I didn't know then that this would be mine. Your scar still smells like you, and I hold it close, not clinging, just noticing mine stays the most. Some warmth is an outtake, some is sound, and it hides memories. Your scar still smells like you, and I let it be. I don't replace it, I get it. Keep me company. Still, I turn the lights down low like a room settle, and it doesn't rush, it's careful. Your scarf still smells like you, but not for her, just long enough for me to feel better. Yeah, your scarf still smells like you. smells like you. When I breathe it in, not to rewind, just to begin. I place it gently by my coat, where it belongs, like some memories don't have to be raw. Your scarf still smells like you, and when it finally fades, oh mother night did what it needed to say. After I turn the lights down, oh let the room settle. It doesn't rush if careful. The scar still smells like you, but not forever. Just long enough for me to feel better. Your scar still smells like you. It's late. Quiet walk home in December. Feeling quiet walk home in December. The streets feel half asleep. Every sound travels farther, like the night wants to keep it. My footsteps echo softly on concrete dressed in cold. The city looks different when you walk it alone. Quiet walk home in December, hands deep in my coat. I'm not trying to think, but memories float. The cold bites in my fingers, but my head feels clear. Winter always strips things down until what matters appears. Oh, quiet walk home in December. I breathe slow, let the silence set the tempo. Street by street, the shops are dark behind glass. Lights already gone, I see my reflection pass. Then it's moving on. A bus sighs at the corner, doors open and close. Everyone's heading somewhere no one really knows. Quiet walk home in December. The air smells clean, like the day finally ended without a scene. I think about conversations that didn't need to last. Funny how winter lets things pass. Quiet walk home in December, and I don't rush. This season doesn't reward those who push. Cold breath. I pull my scarf up higher, feel the wool against my lips. My breath turns white again, then quietly slips. I watch it disappear before I can react. Some moments exist only like that. Quiet walk home in December. I feel my chest slow down, not heavy, not light, just grounded now. The city hums somewhere far, like it's wrapped in sleep. I like this keep quiet walk home in December. No music loud, just the rhythm of my steps and the sound. Almost there, windows glow behind curtains. Warm scenes I don't know. I wonder who's waiting behind each yellow glow. Ooh, I don't feel left out, I don't feel in. I feel like winter, let me settle in. Quiet walk home in December. Keys cold in my hand. The door feels closer than any plan. I pause before going inside. Just one more breath. I like standing right at the edge. Ooh, quiet walk home in December. And when I step through, I leave the cold outside, but carry the quiet too. After the door clicks softly behind me, the night stays out, but the calm it gave me still hangs around. Quiet walk home in December. I let the silence stay. This is the kind of peace winter makes. Yeah. Quiet walk home in December. Inside now, windows fogging slowly as the door shuts tight. Cold air slipping off my coat, warmth leaning in tonight. I stand still for a second, let my body catch up. Winter always needs a pause before it lets you feel enough. Windows fogging slowly, my breath draws a line, then disappears again like I thought I didn't mind. I hang my coat by the door, hear the room exhale. Funny how silence sounds different when it's warm and pale. Windows fogging slowly, I touch the glass, feel the cold on the other side, then let it pass. Temperature change. The heater clicks on quietly low, steady sound like it's reminding me I'm safe now. My fingers sting a little as they come back to life. Modest moments feel honest in winter light. Windows fogging slowly, I'm moving. Settles in my shoulders without a plan. I didn't bring the night inside, but it followed me close. Not heavy, just present like a ghost. Windows fogging slowly, and the room feels kind, like it's letting me leave the cold behind. Soft light, streetlights blur through the glass, yellow and round. The city looks gentler from this side of town. I pour a drink, not to warm, just to slow. Winter evenings like to go low. Windows fogging slowly, I sit on the floor, back against the couch, breathing more. I think about the day, then let it go. Some thoughts only belong to the cold. Windows fogging slowly, I wipe a clear line, then stop halfway. like it knows my name. I don't turn the TV on, I don't need the noise today. I change into something lighter, feel the fabric warm. Winter always rewards those who transform. Windows fogging slowly, the night stays outside, but its quiet rhythm lives inside. I don't feel lonely, I don't feel alone. I feel like winter found me home. Windows fogging slowly and I let it stay. This is how the cold ends its day. After the glass clears just a bit, then fogs again, like the night breathing in and out. And then windows fogging slowly, I turn the lights down low. I don't need brightness, I like the glow. Feel this. Snow they're falling, but the air feels changed, like when I whispered and everything we arranged. No flakes in the sky, no white on the ground. Silence tonight, there's that some kind sound. Snow without falling, I feel it in the chest, the quiet pressure that tells me to rest. The streetlights glow softer, cars move slow, like the city knows what season it's close to. Snow that falling, I pull my coat tight, not because I'm cold, because it feels right. Stillness. Sky hangs low, heavy but clear, like it's for the something just not here. I walk past the park, empty and light. Benches look patient, like they're waiting inside. So without falling, every breath feels thin. I watch it fade before it settles in. I think about moments that never landed. They felt real anyway, unplanned and candid. Snow without falling, and I'm without cool. Sometimes feeling it is already the truth. Listen, the city sounds muted, like cotton in the air. Footsteps feel careful, everyone's aware. I hear laughter far off, and it disappears. in our head is sound until only what matters is me. So without falling, I stop and look up. The sky gets close, like it's hard enough. I don't need the cold to show itself. I feel the season in myself. Snow without falling, and I don't rush. This kind of quiet asks for trust. December come. I think about you briefly, then let it go. Not pushing it away, just letting it flow. Some feelings don't need weather to make them true. They show up anyway, like this one did, out of a blue. So without falling, I smile a bit, and I always find ways to make mornings fit. The night feels red, not empty, just held, like it's telling me I'm doing well. So without falling, I keep moving slow. No destination, just letting the evening go. After I reach my building, look back once more. Street looks the same, but it doesn't feel like before. Stone without falling still follows me. I don't mind cold, but under my skin. Yeah. Snow without If a mountain Gloves are hard on, the air feels sharper now. My fingers made the code, but my chest feels somehow. I didn't plan to open up tonight of all nights, but winter has a way of making honesty feel right. Gloves are hard on, I feel the contrast clear. The colder that it gets outside, the more I feel you near. I flex my hands slowly, let the warmth fade. Some feelings only show when you're not fully safe. Gloves are hard on, I breathe it in, letting a little vulnerability touch my skin. Exposed, my hands look smaller now without the cover on. I laugh at myself quietly, wondering where my guard has gone. You notice the change, but you don't say a word. You just stay close enough for comfort to be heard. Gloves off, hard on, I don't pull away. I like the way the cold keeps everything honest today. No performance, no disguise, just me standing here in winter light. Gloves off, hard on, and the night feels calm, like you respect what I'm becoming. Slow warm, the cold nips at my knuckles, but I don't mind. It reminds me I'm alive. I think about how easy it is to hide when layers do the work of keeping us inside. Gloves off, hard on, feels like a choice, not reckless, just a softer voice. I let my hands rest open at my side, no fists, no defenses, just time. Gloves off, hard on, and I don't rush. I trust this moment, and that's enough. December breath. My breath turns white again. Clouds rise and go. I watch them fade like secrets I don't owe. I don't tell you everything, I don't need to. I just let you see a little more true. Gloves off, hard on, when it feels kind, when you don't fight it, when you let it inside. The street stays quiet like it's listening to. This feels like a pause meant to be true. Gloves off, hard on, I smile for real, not wide, just enough to feel after. After I slide my gloves back on, slow and sure, but something stayed open that wasn't before. Gloves off, hard on, even when they're back, I carry that warmth underneath the fabric. Yeah. Gloves off, hard on. Almost missed it. Last train feels longer in winter. Seats colder than usual. Every stop stretches time like the night's being careful. The doors close with a sigh, metal echoing low. I find a spot by the window, watch the city go. Last train feels longer in winter. Lights flicker past slow, reflections blur together like places I don't go. My hands wrap around minutes feel honest when your tabs not mine. Riding it. The car hums steady, a rhythm I know when nights like routines that glow. People keep their distance, codes pulled in tight, everyone protecting something tonight. Last train feels longer in winter, the silence feels shared. No one speaks, but no one stares. I catch my reflection in the darkened glass. I look calmer somehow than I felt in the past. Last train feels longer in winter, and my shoulders drop. There's nowhere to rush to, so my thoughts stop. Between stations, the train slows then starts again, like it's deciding where we all fit in. I think about messages I didn't send. Some things feel heavier at the end. Last train feels longer in winter, the air feels thin. I breathe out slow. Let it in. The city outside looks tired but kind, like it's learned how to unwind. Last train feels longer in winter, and I let it be, not trying to shorten what's meant for me. Almost there, the announcement crackles softly. Names I recognize, each one closer to somewhere inside. I stand up when my stop comes back when my shoulder turn. I take one last look down the car at this quiet night. Last train feels longer in winter, even when it's done. I carry the stillness when I'm off and gone. The doors open, cold rushes in, but something calm stays within. Last train feels longer in winter, and that's okay. Some nights are meant to stretch this way. Last train feels longer in winter. Home again. Coffee cooling on the table, steam rising and gone. I don't rush the first sip, I like when the heat moves on. The room feels quiet, heavy, in a comfortable way. Like the night followed me home and decided to stay. Coffee cooling on the table, my coat on the chair. I kick off my shoes slowly, let the cold leave my hair. I wrap my hands around the mug, feel the warmth fade. Some things are better when they don't stay the same. Coffee cooling on the heart slow too, not circling, just moving through. Sailing in, the lights are low, just enough to see shadows stretching calmly, keeping me company. I sit down by the window, watch my reflection blur. Winter nights don't ask much, they just let you occur. Coffee cooling on the table, I finally take a sip, it tastes softer now, like it learned restraint. I think about the day, then let it go. The cup stays still while the minutes flow. Coffee cooling on the table and I don't mind the wait. This is the kind of quiet I appreciate. Warm fading, the heater clicks on again. Low steady sound like the room reminding me I'm safe now. I text no one, I don't scroll. I like being unreachable for a moment or so. Coffee cooling on the table, the warmth slips away, but the comfort stays in a different way. I rest my forehead on my hand, let my shoulders drop when it teaches endings that don't feel like a stop. Coffee cooling on the table and the night feels kind, like it's letting me leave things behind. Late hours outside, the street is quiet, cars few and far inside. Time stretches without a mark. I finish the last sip slowly, cold now, but I drink it anyway just to see how. Coffee cooling on the table matches how I feel, not hot, not cold, just real. I rinse the cup, set it down, listen to the silence, set around. Coffee cooling on the table and I stand still. This moment feels complete against my will. After I turn the lights a little lower, let the room breathe. Winter nights like this don't need relief. Coffee cooling on the table even when it's gone. The calm it brought still lingers on. Coffee cooling on the table. It's getting late. Blue nights get colder as the hours fall. The warmth I felt earlier feels distant now. Not gone, just quieter, like you learn how to hide. Blue nights get colder as the city turns inside. The lights outside shift tone from yellow into blue. Winter changes color when the night gets through. Blue nights get colder, I feel it in my chest. Not pain, just a tightening that asks me to rest. closer, let it cover my knees. When the nights don't rush you, they ask you to breathe. Blue nights get colder, my thoughts slow down. Not spiraling, just settling into sound. I think about your voice, how it sounded before. Some memories feel warmer when they're further than before. Blue nights get colder and I let now let don't fight the drop, but let the temperature set in. After midnight, the clock ticks louder now. Maybe I'm just listening. Funny how silence grows when you stop resisting. I turn my phone face down. The glow feels wrong. This kind of night wants nothing on. Blue nights get colder, sit with it. Not uncomfortable, just intimate. I wrap my arms around myself, not lonely, just aware. When it teaches presence by being fair. Blue nights get colder and my breath feels slow. I watch it fog the glass, then go. Still blue, the city outside feels paused like it's holding a note. The cold isn't cruel, it's remote. I don't replay conversations, I don't rehearse regret. I let the night do what it does best. Blue nights get colder and that's alright. Some warmth is meant to wait until I sleep. The room hums softly like it knows the way. I don't need answers, not tonight anyway. Blue nights get colder, but I feel okay. This is the kind of quiet winter makes. Yeah. Driving slow, lights reflect on frozen roads, like the city learned to glow. Every signal stretches long, telling me where not to go. The tires hum a steady note, low and even, almost warm. Winter nights feel different when the streets look discomposed. Lights reflect on frozen roads, white and blue beneath the wheels. Every line feels fragile, like it knows what I can feel. I keep both hands on the steering wheel, let the silence ride along. This kind of calm doesn't need a song. Lights reflect on frozen roads and my thoughts fall in line, one by one. No rush and no sign. Night drive. The buildings pass like shadows, soft edges in the dark. Streetlights paint the pavement, leaving temporary mark. I slow down at every corner, not from fear, from care. Winter teaches gentleness when you're away. Lights reflect on frozen roads, the dash dashboard glows low. My breath fogs the window, then fades just so I don't think about arriving. I don't check the time, I let the road decide. This night is mine. Lights reflect on frozen roads and the city feels kind, like it's watching quietly, making sure I'm fine. Still moving. The radio stays off, I like hearing the tires speak. This is the hour that doesn't need company. I pass places I remember, but they look far away. Winter always changes what the night will say. Lights reflect on frozen roads, every color feels calm. Even red lights feel like a pause, not an alarm. I roll the window down just a bit, cold air cuts then clears. I feel awake and suddenly here. Lights reflect on frozen roads and my chest feels light. Not excited, just right. Almost home. The road narrows, houses appear, porch lights glowing like they're waiting here. I slow down even more, let the engine hum. This night doesn't want to be done. Lights reflect on frozen roads and I don't rush the turn. Some moments feel better when they linger and burn. I park the car, sit for a while, let the quiet settle and smile. Lights reflect on frozen roads, even when I'm still, the calm keeps moving against my will. Lights reflect on frozen roads. Not yet. Almost home, not ready yet. The lights are on inside. I see the window glow, but I stay in the car outside. The engine's still running, heater humming low. This moment feels fragile, like it doesn't want me to go. Almost home, not ready yet. My hand on the key, I don't turn it, I let the silence sit with me. Now I watch my breath fog the glass, then disappear. Some endings feel heavier when they're near. Almost home, not ready yet. And I don't know where. Nothing's wrong, I just want a little more night. The street is quiet, everyone's asleep. Winter keeps its secrets when it's this deep. I think about the drive, the way the road felt slow. Funny how moving forward made me not wanna go. Almost home, not ready yet. The radio stays off. I like hearing the car breathe as it softly ticks and coughs. My phone lights up, then goes dark. I don't answer, I stay parked. Almost home, not ready yet. I sit with my thoughts, not sorting, just letting them cross. Cold outside. Snow hasn't fallen, but the cold feels real. I pull my coat tighter, even though I'm sealed. The house looks patient, like it understands that sometimes arriving takes longer than planned. Almost home, not ready yet. I glance at the door. I'll go in soon, just not right now. Not before I take one more breath. Let it fill my chest. Winter nights don't like being rushed at their best. Almost home, not ready yet. And I give in to the pause I'm standing in. Just a moment, the heater clicks off briefly, then comes back on like it's reminding me the night's not gone. I close my eyes, count to 10, then count again. I don't need a reason to stay where I am. Almost home, not ready yet. I smile a little, not sad, just quiet and settled. I finally reach for the key, but stop halfway. Some moments don't end, they just gently fade. Almost home, not ready yet. And when I do step out, I'll carry this stillness in and about. Wind doesn't rush goodbye. It lets them linger like breath in the air, fading slower than you think it should. We stand a little longer, hands still close, not touching, but not letting go. Winter doesn't rush goodbye. No sudden turn, no sharp edge, just a quiet burn. I don't say see you soon, I don't say goodbye. I let the moment decide its own line. Winter doesn't rush goodbyes, and neither do I. Holding space, and the cold wraps around us, soft but sure, like it understands what we're waiting for. Your voice sounds lower in the winter air, every word heavier because it's bare. Winter doesn't rush goodbye, it stretches time until endings feel less like a sign. I notice notice how you hesitate before you step back, not stopping, just slowing the track. Winter doesn't rush goodbyes, and I don't ask why. Some pauses don't need a lyric. December pause, the streetlights glow steady, no flicker tonight. Like even the city is giving us time. I feel the cold on my cheeks, but my chest stay warm. Funny how winter balances the form. When it doesn't rush goodbyes, it lets them breathe, not pushing us forward, not letting us freeze. I don't rehearse the ending, I don't plan the next. I stay right here in the in-between text. When it doesn't rush goodbyes, it respects the space where nothing's final, but everything's placed. Almost said. There are words sitting at the back of my throat, but winter holds them gently like they don't need to be wrote. I meet your eyes just long enough to say more by saying less. Winter doesn't rush goodbyes, and I understand some moments only work when they're unplanned. I take a step back slowly, do the same, no signal, no. Winter doesn't rush goodbyes, and neither do we. We let the night close quietly. After the cold follows me as I turn away, but the warmth of this pause decides to stay. Winter doesn't rush goodbye, even when they end, they linger softly like a friend. Yeah, winter. Doesn't rush goodbyes. Doesn't rush goodbyes. Still warm. He left in an empty room, like the air remembers you, even after the door closed. Something stays, something true. The chair still holds your shade. The silence feels new, not loud, lonely, just numb. He left in an empty room. I feel it when I breathe. Not enough to hold on to know, enough to believe. I don't rush to open windows, I don't turn the heat down. I let the warmth exist without a sound. Like it knows the deal. This moment doesn't need attention, it just needs to feel. I sit on the edge of the bed, hands resting slow. When the nights understand when not to let go. like it's being careful, like it's being kind. I wrap myself in a blanket not to replace, just to hold what's leaving space. He left in an empty room, and I don't feel cold when it taught me how to keep warm without holding on too bold. I think about the season, how it slowed me down, how it showed me where calm is found. He left in an empty room, and I exhale deep. The night settles, the house sleeps. Final quiet outside, the city keeps breathing inside. Everything rests, I don't need more moments. This one passed the test. The heater clicks off softly, the room